Today we're talking about sim drifting in Assetto Corsa on controller. Specifically, we'll be addressing my biggest gripe with using gamepads in Assetto, which is that in the base game there is no option to set a button for the clutch. Without this, you can't clutch kick to initiate or maintain drifts, and when you use the handbrake in drift without clutching, the engine can bog down and pull you out of drift. Fortunately, with Content Manager and Custom Shaders patch, that is no longer an issue. Using mods, we can map a controller button to the clutch, and I'll show you how to do it right now. First, you need to install Content Manager and Custom Shaders patch for Assetto Corsa. Content Manager is an alternate launcher you'll use instead of opening the game in Steam, and Custom Shaders patch is a mod that adds a ton of new features and extensions to Assetto Corsa that don't exist in the base game. Right now, I'm using CSP version 0.1.73 for this technique, but it works with some other versions as well. Keep watching and I'll show you where the keybind is, so if you decide to run a different version of CSP, which is sometimes required to get a specific mod car or track to work, you'll know where to look to see if that version supports a clutch for controller. Both Content Manager and Custom Shaders patch are required in order to set a clutch button, and I've made tutorials for installing both mods, which you can find in the video description and the pinned comment. Also, if you want to see me hang a YouTube silver play button from a friend's car and put tire marks on it while tandeming, be sure to subscribe. I can't do it without you. Now we're ready to set a clutch button on controller. Open Content Manager and go to Settings in the top right, Assetto Corsa in the top left, Controls in the list on the left, and finally, Patch in the upper right. In the Patch tab, scroll down in the Car section until you see the line for clutch. You'll see two boxes. The left one is for keyboard buttons, the right box is for wheel buttons or controller buttons. Click the right box and it will say Waiting for input. Then, whatever button you click on your controller will become the clutch button. I'm using an Xbox controller where the right trigger is throttle, so I've set the clutch to be the right shoulder button just above it. That way, I can apply throttle with my middle finger and clutch kick with my index finger. I don't drive on controller much now that my sim rig is ready, but after a few laps, I can say that this setup works well. Here you can see the clutch being activated in the Pedals app, as I use clutch kicks to initiate and maintain drifts at Sumisuto Kart 2018. Now you're ready to practice using clutch kicks on controller in Assetto Corsa. And if you aren't completely sure of the right timing or way to do one, check out this video, because as a real drifter I have lots of experience and can get you up to speed on how you can use the clutch to have more fun drifting in Assetto Corsa.